You wanted to be a cop your whole life. You want to catch robbers, you want to catch murderers, you want to catch rapists, you want to do all these things, stop people from stealing, you want to get people their stuff back. That's the dream. And then you go through the academy. Now you're trained. You got all this badass training. You want to go be a fucking ninjutsu, Batman cop out there saving the day. Now finally you've gone through all your FTO program, your 4 months or whatever that program is. And they finally say, hey, rookie, you get your own squad, you get your own beat, go take care of it. Boom, all right, sweet, you're out there. A month goes by, 2 months go by, 3 months go by. And there ain't shit going on. There's nobody getting robbed, there's nobody getting murdered, there's nobody getting shit stolen that you can do anything about. You're not catching people in the act. You got police blue balls. You really do. So what the fuck do? Pull cars over.
Yep.
It's the only thing you got. You got to get proactive somehow. Maybe I'll find something. And that's what happens.
My first agency was like that. There was no real crime area. I worked in suburbia. I mean, it's essentially, that was a 400-man agency. I moved to another county, and I went to, I think we're slotted to be 2,000 or 1,900, but we're only at, we're down a lot, but we're only at like 16 or 17. But, much bigger jump and manpower. But the biggest thing was I got thrown into the craziest place in my agency, and I was a cop with experience, and I was going home when I got hired in this new place, hearing the alert tones in my dreams and waking up, and because it was just it's adapting, and it spits people out. Some people go straight to SRO. They're like, I can't handle this. This is too much. So, and I was just thinking that when you were talking, if you had to pick, it's like picking weather. You don't get perfect. You either got to pick extreme cold or extreme heat. What would you rather live in?
Heat,
and everybody, yeah, I'm the same way. I just couldn't. But obviously, I'd like to live somewhere that's perfect, like San Diego weather. But you don't have one. You got to pick
whale's vagina. Yes.
So yes, are there places out there that have the perfect agency where you can move around? Sure, there are. But most of the time, it's either super boring or super fucking busy. And we're talking super busy, like calls holding when you jump on, calls holding when you get off, no take home cars, fucking locker rooms, shift change, the LAPD style of police work. So
without the Californians, hopefully.
Yeah.
Just kidding, Californians. You're not for me though.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine? I grew up watching NYPD and LAPD movies. And I'm like, oh man, it would be a dream of mine to work for one of these agencies. Ugh.
Knowing what I know now as a cop, no.
Dude, they can't do anything.
Nope. No, thank you. Texas or Florida or Arizona, those are the only three places I'd want to be a cop right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I've talked to quite a few Arizona guys, quite a few Florida guys, and it's a constant one-upping of who can do more. I think Arizona right now is winning because Pinell County has posses.
What the hell is that?
Literally, the sheriff there, Mark Lamb, initiated posses where you can be a citizen. They'll give you a fucking car. They'll give you a little bit of training. And you help them. And it's not a reserve program.
Oh, I can see how this could get dangerous.
I know. I've never heard anything like it, dude. And I'm like, this is the most Old West, like, gangster shit I've ever heard of. And it's working for them. They basically tell these guys, like, hey, you got to do some training. You got to do this. And okay. And their insurance company is good with it. So I'm assuming they're getting a good level of training, but at the same time, they're Joe Blow citizen off the street that just happens to have a clean background and is allowed to go do that stuff. And his argument is, like, because he's a constitutionalist out there as well, and he's running for U.S. Senate, and that's one of his things is he's like, listen, I'm not going to tell you can't help defend and protect your city, but if you're going to do it, let's do it in a controlled environment where I'll have you help, on a traffic accident. We'll guide you. We'll tell you what to do while you're doing it. You'll know what your parameters are and all that stuff. But they let them be as cowboy as they can get. That's It's the shit, man.
Wow.
I listen, I love it. I think it's awesome. But I don't know that I would make that same choice if I were in charge.
Yeah, it's a lot of liability.
Yes. But sheriff's different. I work for a city. I work for a municipality. So I'm at the whim of the city, but a sheriff, he is voted in. He's elected.
He's a cream of the crop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where we work, and I'm assuming this is where everybody, the deputy, a sheriff can say, Deputy Tyler, you are going to go relieve city police chief so and so of command, effective now. And I can walk in under the sheriff's power and go, you're relieved of command. Now, would that ever happen? Absolutely not. That would never happen in a million years. But that he has that power to relieve chiefs, and we are deputized under him to where we could do that. And I always thought
that is cool.
Yeah. Maybe they did that back in the day. But there's a lot less corruption in law enforcement now than people want to believe. But just up to 10 years ago, there was full-on admin police agency corruption going on where police departments had to be shut down. It happened all over the place. FBI got involved.